Here are the horoscopes for the week of the 2nd to the 8th of February 2015. We have a couple of big events coming up this week, so we're beginning with the full moon in Leo. So there's one full moon in the sign of Leo every year, and when the sun is opposite the moon, then that is the opposite sign. So the sun is in Aquarius, therefore the full moon will be in Leo. So what's actually happening is that the moon is reflecting back the Aquarian light to the world as from the sign of Leo. So when we have a look at the combination of these energies, then Leo is very much to do with the heart center and the solar plexus. So in French, cœur is the word for heart, and courage of the lion is where we get that. So we have the lion heart, we have the radiant center, we have courage, radiance, creativity, optimism, sovereignty and pride. So there's a very high level creative and warm feeling just in the coldest part of winter. So the combination of Aquarius and Leo, Aquarius is very much the heart flame, that spark of first life. So whether it's the first heartbeat or the first sign of life returning after the winter, that's the gentle inner heart flame of Aquarius. And then Leo is the opposite, it's the midday sun, it's the full strength of the heart warmth. So we're literally rekindling the inner flame as we go into this full moon in Leo, which comes at the same time as the sacred festival of Imbolc, also called the quickening, which is very much to do with this, lighting that heart flame of the Aquarian and seeing that vision, that purity through to the future. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, really sacred days to have that full moon fall at the same time as the sacred festival, and I'll post a link of an interview that I've done about that festival if you want to explore that further. So we have the sun opposite the moon, Aquarius and Leo. We have the moon next to Jupiter, which is even more sovereignty. Jupiter is where we take ourselves and expand even further. So both of those over in Leo. And we have the sun and Mercury retrograde in Aquarius. So this retrograde story is still going on. We're still starting to see those time shadows. We'll be drawn back by the weekend to the beginning of the retrograde phase as Mercury reaches all the way back to where this started. So the thing with Mercury retrograde really is to always step back and have a look at what's the story here rather than get lost in the detail, to be able to see the wood for the trees, because it's you learning something. So there may be this detail of that person said that and that happened and I didn't like it when that was out of my control. That's fine, that's all the trees, that's all the detail. But the deal with Mercury retrograde, especially in the knowledgeable sign, the wise sign of Aquarius, is very much to step back and say, well, what's the story here? And see if you can become your own Time Lord or forensic detective. See if you can figure out, well, what's the meaning here? What does that represent to me? What am I learning? What resonant memory does this have from a time in my past? Because we may well be looping back in time, getting a bit of deja vu during this one. So see if you can actually look at the bigger picture, find out what the meaning of it is, trace the story, watch it almost as the narrator rather than the actor. Just see the story unfold with that slightly detached compassion, because that's all Aquarius. It's the detachment, it's caring, but caring enough to step back and actually see the whole deal rather than get wrapped up in human emotion. So we have the full moon next to Jupiter in Leo. We have Imbolc, which is the centre point of Aquarius, right in the middle of that Mercury retrograde, all happening at once. But the bottom line here really is the purity of the heart. Whatever vibration you are resonating, if you've got rid of all of the gunk during that Saturn Scorpio 2.5 year voyage of discovery, then now we should be able to stand pure in our frequency. Watch what's going on around us without necessarily getting caught up in it, and practice the gentle magic of resonating our highest frequency, because that really is the service that we're here to provide in the age of Aquarius. So it's a beautiful week. Go deep, be majestic, tune into the higher magic, stay on the intuition side of things. We've very much got the intuitive dominating over the logical and the controlling, so enjoy that part of it at least, and see if you can relight the fire of your majesty with the moon and Jupiter at such a divine opposition to the sun. This is really super powerful, but keep it really simple, and this will see us through into the weeks ahead. So those are the horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week. I find that Mercury retrograde is an excellent time for divination. It's an excellent time to stay in that right brain, to actually be able to tune in and communicate more effectively. So my favourite course for this week is the Astrology and Tarot course. All private lessons in tarot or astrology. This is a wonderful time for us to actually tune in to the extrasensory realms, to the psychic realms, to the hidden realms, and to explore the magic and the mysteries. But of course, all of my readings and courses are available, so please do contact me, zoehines7@gmail.com.